at 9.
Coming up, a man saved from his burning home by his furry friend, how his dog stepped up to help. Plus, new traffic patterns, what changes you can soon expect on the I-74 bridge. Fox 18 News starts now.
Live from the Local 4 News studios, this is Fox 18 News at 9 in high definition.
Good evening and thanks for watching. This is Fox 18 News at 9. I'm Michaela Hughes-Shaw and Eric Zizich has the night off. First on Fox tonight, a service dog saved one man's life by letting him know when flames erupted in his home. It is tonight's top story. Fox 18 was first on the scene Thursday night when smoke was bursting out of a mobile home in Davenport at Rustic Ridge. Ron Milburn was fast asleep but was woken up by his service dog when she noticed something was wrong. Fox 18's Ryan Risky spoke with him about how his service dog saved his life.
The place is totally gone. I lost everything.
When Ron Milburn went to sleep Thursday night, all was quiet. But around midnight, his service dog Kenna alerted him that something was wrong.
I took off my CPAP mask to see what was going on, and power went out in the bedroom, so I went walking through the trailer to see if there was more power, and looked over and the neighbors had power, so I went back to the bedroom to check breaker switches and I smelt like rubber burning.
Milburn then went to the gas station to get batteries for his flashlight so he could search the bedroom for where the smell was coming from, but once he returned home, it was too late.
And when I came back and turned to go up the road into the trailer park, all I saw was smoke and flames.
This has led Milburn to wonder what would have happened if Kenna hadn't been there.
I'll be toast and I probably wouldn't be here.
Milburn has had Kenna for 4 years and she has been a blessing for him.
She helps me with my diabetes and my PTSD and anxiety. We volunteer at the mall on the weekends with the Midwest Animal Therapy Group.
Service dogs provide a lot of needs for owners, and one dog trainer says that they work with a variety of people.
Anybody who has a special need that can be mitigated by a dog performing a certain task. Most service dogs are trained to do at least 2, if not more, tasks for their owners, and it can be something as simple as going and picking up their keys, and it can be something as complex as letting them know when their blood sugar is low, or letting them know when they're going to have a seizure.
In Davenport, Ryan Risky, Fox 18 News.
Now, he's currently staying in a hotel with Kenna, and the Red Cross is currently helping them out. An apartment complex in Bettendorf went up in flames, and that was tonight. Fox 18 News was first on the scene at 3400 Winston Drive in Bettendorf around 5:30, and when we arrived, crews were seen running in and out of the complex. Windows of multiple units were charred, and we don't know the extent of the damage, but we do know that no one was hurt. The cause is still under investigation. And if you see news happening, let us know about it on our Quad Cities app, our free Our Quad Cities app. You can sign up for breaking news alerts, track the weather, and share videos and pictures with us as you see it happening near you. Also, be sure to like us on Facebook and to follow us on Twitter. Davenport police have responded to multiple shots fired calls over the past few weeks, and most recently a shooting Thursday afternoon landed a man in the hospital. Now a group of neighbors are doing what they can to bring awareness to the increasing violence. Davenport Bearing Witness is a group that hosts vigils at the site of crimes, and today they went to the Motel 6 and Menards off of West 65th Street in Davenport, where the incident happened on Thursday. Fox 18's Brian Gallagher tells us the group wants the community to step up.
John DeTay started Davenport Bearing Witness, which is a public group that gathers at each shots fire call logged by Davenport police for a moment of prayer.
Just kept watching the news and hearing about these shootings that just seem to be happening all the time. When things like that happen, there's a physical and emotional trauma that is very hard to shake without a lot of attention.
Davenport Bearing Witness' first gathering was in July of 2020, and unfortunately the group has stayed busy.
We've had over 50 vigils like this since July 30th. There's this cycle of violence that is permeating every single sector of our community right now. We feel like there's not the response that we need to have to reduce that violence.
A powerful and uplifting act, yet still conflicting.
This is not an occasion anything other than sad. As we know, the event of this past week was, truly senseless.
We really don't want to be here. There are other things that we could be doing on a Saturday morning. But we see it really is a problem that all of us have a responsibility to address.
Doing what they can to bring awareness to gun violence. In Davenport, I'm Brian Gallagher for Fox 18 News.
The group currently has 88 members, and if you're interested in joining, we have that information for you on ourquadcities.com. A Galesburg man is facing life-threatening injuries after a head-on crash. This happened yesterday morning in Knox County. The 54-year-old victim's name is not being released just yet. His car collided with a truck on U.S. Route 150 at County Road 2 in Rio Township. The other driver refused medical attention. Illinois State Police are still investigating that crash. And now to the latest developments for cases of the coronavirus around the area. Scott County reports 26 new cases in the county. That's more than 18,000 cases there since last March. And as of yesterday, Rock Island County is nearing 13,000 cases overall. There's a total of 304 deaths since the virus first came to our area and the start of the pandemic. The county health department did not release an update today. The Clinton Lumber Kings are calling on the community to open their homes to players for the 2021 season. Every summer, baseball players come to Clinton to play for the team to better their skills. And during that time, host families house and support the players. Families also receive free tickets to home games. And if you're interested in helping them out, you can go ahead and give the number a call that you see on your screen. Now, more changes are coming for traffic routes near the I-74 bridge. That's going to be starting on Monday. There will be overnight closures of River Drive in Moline between 19th Street and the Interstate 74 on-ramp from 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. Monday through Friday. Bridge managers say the closures are expected to continue through the end of March as contractors work on overhead structures and more demolition. Okay, Garrett, so what can we expect leading into this week or even tomorrow? I wore yellow hoping that we would get some warmer weather.
Did you enjoy today's temperatures?
I did.
Well,
I went on a run. It was beautiful.
Yeah, we had 57 degrees this afternoon. We were near 60 degrees. If you really enjoyed today, just wait what we see we have in store for you tomorrow. It'll be even nicer than what we saw today. A few more clouds, though, but it will not be really impacting a whole lot. Still plenty of sunshine on the way, and as we head into the week, we've got a chance for some rain, maybe a rumble of thunder, too. We'll talk about that for you in your full forecast just after this break.
Fox 18 is first at 9 with Eric Zizich, meteorologist Garrett Hyde, and sports with Dustin Nolan. You're watching Fox 18 News at 9.